No, this is not a time for pleasantries. It is not a time for agreeing. And do you know why that is? Because I'm about to talk about a movie so foul and yet so beloved, I literally cannot even fathom why. See, this review is The Blind Side, the most successful sports movie ever made. And that's talked about every sport. So like more successful than any Rocky movie, more successful than Seabiscuit, and even more successful than Tin Cop. And it's also responsible for giving Sandra Bullock her Oscar. Why? I don't know, but I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. Anyways, let's get this over with. Because now I know most of you at least have an awareness of the story about the story of Michael Orr running back for the Ravens or whatever. I don't really follow football. I don't watch it. I'm not sure if he moved to another team, and I don't care. I would tell you to don't email me, but not like I have fans, which is a good thing. But once again, I'm getting a bit too ahead of myself there. Basically, it's the story of how Michael Orr gets adopted by the Tuohys, a white rich family, and how they gave him the tools for his future successes, which is fine. Before I saw this movie, a lot of people I judged were going about oh, this movie is racist. It's all about white guilt. And blah, blah, blah. And it's it was, a family that happens to be white helping out a guy who happens to be black. And I really think Woody wants to believe it. I want to believe it. The movie makes it impossible for me to believe it. And, I was once a fool. But, let's face it, how does Michael get everything? Through white people giving it to him. So, how does Michael get into his private high school? A white coach pretty much BS's the mission board, saying, we sure let him in because he's not a spectacular athlete, even though he is. We sure let him in because we're Christians and that's the right thing to do. Yeah, he doesn't mean it's BS. So, God bless him. Now, how is Mike kid so good at, protecting people? Well, besides his instincts, Sandra Bullock gives him an inspirational speech, equating, the team to family, how he should always protect the family. Sandra Bullock, who is white. How does Michael get so good at school? White tutor. And I could go on and on and on about it. Go me. But he's like Forrest Gump. How Forrest Gump floats on in life, doing what others tell him to do. But unlike Forrest Gump, where he's a likable character in an amazing movie, fuck you, I love it. Michael Orr is a bore. It's da la 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 la. Oh, I'm sad. Nah. Now I know people who hate Forrest Gump must feel. I really do. And now for Sandra Bullock's Oscar. Completely undeserved. I mean it. it's not even a lifetime pity Oscar like Kate Winslet. Because, you know, Kate Winslet can actually act. I mean, I don't want to decry Sandra Bullock, but she is, you know, adorable and good enough in romantic comedies and light movies like Speed and stuff like that. Not once has she shown me capable of giving an Oscar-winning performance. And she doesn't give one here. Pretty much all she does is, you know, change her voice and dye her hair blonde. And she doesn't even look that good as a blonde. I mean, you know what? She also did that with All About Steve, you know, changing her voice and messing with her hair. And audiences were smart enough to stay away, as they should have, because that movie was horrible. As was her. And I don't. And yeah, I realize surprises can happen. You know, acting. Some people figure out how to act. And in biopics, some people figure out how to go past mere mimicry. Sandra Bullock hasn't. There's like, she pretty much has one expression, doesn't really change, and there's no terms of like acting tricks, nothing remarkable about her. And let's see, and then there's Tim McGraw, someone who can actually act. You know, he was one of the few good things about Friday Night Lights. He was awesome in his small role in The Kingdom. And he tries his best to be invisible. Tries his best, like, God, I must really need the money really bad. No, but time to finish this piece of shit as soon as possible. Which is kind of bad. Which is kind of sad, but understandable. And as for the guy who plays Michael Orr, Quentin Aaron, one of the two. He has two expressions. Sad? Man, happy. And that's pretty much it. And, you know, his problem is how he was written. Nobody can make that version of Michael Orr into a believable character, or even a likable one. No one could. Not even Sir Anthony Hopkins could have done it. But there's one guy who is worse than all of them. Well, he's not really a guy because he's a kid. He's the little kid who plays Sandra Bullock's and Tim McGraw's son, SJ. It stands for Sean Jr., and it makes sense in context, even though you wish it didn't. And, you know, he's a child actor. You know, he's so cute and precocious. And yet, I hate him. I hate him as much as I hate Scout Taylor Compton. Yeah, I want him to die in a fucking fire as well. Why? I think what sealed the deal is when he and the guy playing Michael Orr were duetting on Young MC's Bust a Move. And they killed it. And I don't mean they were awesome, I mean they like marched the song out back and shot him in the head. In the back of the head. And I was almost weeping at the desecration. I don't even like the song. I think it's, you know, background noise, 80s background noise, and I'm still sick in it and offended. Yeah, I may be overreacting, but you know what? No, I don't care if I'm overreacting. It's just a horrible moment and a horrible movie. But in the interest of fairness, I will say somebody who doesn't stop. Kathy Bates. Yeah, she plays the white tutor. She actually has fire and passion and energy and entertainment in her scenes. She's like in it for like 15 minutes, 20 if we're pushing it. But those are the best 15, 20 minutes in the movie. Yes, to say that this movie is horrifically overrated is a given. But that's the thing. I should not have even be saying overrated in a straight face. I should not even be bemoaning how successful it was. It deserves to go into oblivion. It deserves to be tossed aside in such forgotten football movies like The Program. Who knows that one? And this movie is a total failure. I mean, everything is generic and mawkish. The acting is horrible. Oh god. The end of football scenes are even worse. It's like, 10 minutes of boring, predictable crap. See, there's better football moments in Remember the Titans. Better than Any Given Sunday. Even The Room has better football games than this. And, yeah, once again I have to go with, if I had fans, well, I don't care. If anybody's actually says to me that this is a good movie, you know what I was saying? Here's a football! You're a